right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Healis. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause just means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings, up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you will given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You're entitled to a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you today. You're also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know who you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, let me know. Make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded. There is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom who's going to write down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Very good. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Nicole Brown. Can I have your date of birth?
9/17/82.
Okay, you are here today for obtaining a controlled substance by fraud, altering a prescription, and you have, well, actually there's 6 of those, I'm sorry, I'm losing count here. So you have 6 counts of the altering prescription, and then there's another 6 counts of possession of blank prescription slips, and then there's another 9 counts of unlawful use of a two-way communication device. So altogether, that's 22 counts. Probable cause was already determined by Judge Barbie on August 22nd. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Date?
Adjudication for DeWillis in 2009. Obtained worthless property means worthless check. Adjudication of guilt 07. DUI. Adjudication 03. DUI. Adjudication 02.
Okay. I have an address here on Copperfield Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 6 months now.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, I don't. I'm a sole caregiver for my children. My husband works full time.
Okay.
I am on 90 days in recovery.
All right, there's 22 counts. Right now, it looks like they're $2,000 each. I'm going to set them at $1,000 each, so it's a total, instead of $44,000, it's $22,000. I'm going to see you back to court on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Alicia Clark.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
12/21/90.
You are here today for possession of controlled substance. Your bond amount is $2,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
No, ma'am, I don't. I'd like to.
You'd like to what? Oh, you'd like to represent yourself?
Yeah, yes, no, not represent myself. It's the first time I've been to jail. I'd like a public defender, please. I'm also in taking classes by my own, paying them because they do have a job, in addiction counseling. I don't know if that's not going to help or anything, but
Okay, state prior.
I am trying.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address here on Greenwood Street in Newport Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Past 4 months now.
All right. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
My mom lives up here.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
I've never lived in Hernando County.
Okay. You live in Pasco County, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived in Pasco?
Pretty much all my life.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am. I work at Michael's.
Okay. All right, I'll set your bond at $1,000. We'll see you back to court December 20th at 8:30, okay?
All right, thank you.
Diana Foley. Date of birth?
9479.
All right, you're here today for an aggravated battery and a domestic battery. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
All right, you also have an open case here, 2019 MM2702 for battery.
Yes.
All right, and that is set for December 5th. Okay, there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond on the 2702 case. So I'm going to revoke your bond on that case, and you will not get out of custody until you resolve that case. For these new cases, you are entitled to a bond on these cases, but I need to order that you have no contact with Daniel Morris. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call, write, email, or do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. Stay 500 feet away from him, his school, employment, or anywhere else where he may frequent. I'm going to set your bond on these cases at $20,000 each, and we'll see you back to court on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Ashley McBee. Can I have your date of birth?
June 3rd, 1986.
We have a failure to appear for you in front of Judge Merritt on October 29th for felony petty theft, 2 or more. He wants you held no bond. He has put on his KPS that you have 9 prior felonies, 7 prior misdemeanors. 8 of the felonies are crimes of dishonesty and moral turpitude, that you have a pending Pasco County case, burglary of a dwelling, petty theft, and a fraudulent use of a credit card, 2 of those, and that based on all of these facts and circumstances, that you are a danger to the public and that you need to be held in custody because there are no conditions of release that will secure your appearance in court. So we're going to hold you no bond on that failure to appear. We're going to see you back in front of Judge Merritt on December 23rd. All right, December 23rd at 1:15, it looks like. You also have these new cases here we're going to set on the same date: the possession of methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while your license is suspended or revoked. We're going to set your bond at $10,000 each on those, and we'll see you back on December 23rd in front of Judge Merritt, and I'll also appoint the public defender on that case. Okay, thank you. Marianne Byfield. Have your date of birth?
11/19/1964.
Okay, you were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
I'll probably get my own lawyer.
Okay, do you know who you're going to hire?
No, if you know someone that's good.
Okay, I'm just wondering. Okay, so we'll let you represent. We'll have you represent yourself at this time. State, is there any prior record?
No prior record, Your Honor, and the victim is present, wants to be heard.
Okay. Ms. Byfield, I have an address for you on Secretariat Run in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Part-time, I also have lived in Orlando. I have a home in Orlando for 30 years.
Okay, how long have you been in Hernando County?
With my partner, about 6 months.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do early intervention. I'm a behavior analyst, and I work with kids with autism.
Okay. All right, and Mr. Lehman is here. And, sir, I'm just going to save you some time. You can come up here if you want, but I assume you're here because you want to have contact with her?
No, there's a couple of other points I'd like to make, and I'd ask the court to indulge me for 3 minutes. I'd appreciate it.
Okay, we have a big docket today.
I can see
There's
by the
nothing that
defendants.
you're going to say that's going to change my decision on her bond or anything today. So
I'd like to be heard by the court. I was told by the sheriff's office last night I'd be allowed to do that.
you can be if it had to do with the no contact, but your opinion about this case will have nothing to do with my bond decision.
Okay.
So you can go ahead if you'd like.
So this is the first time, Ms. Byfield, I've ever witnessed this incident, and I was trying to conjure why has this happened. Ms. Byfield works as a behavioral analyst working with autistic children. She begins her day at 6 in the morning. comes home at night. She's also taken 2 graduate classes, doesn't come into bed till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's every day. Yes, today's her birthday. Last night we went out to celebrate her birthday. I believe she over-imbibed and became very aggressive. Again, this was a unique situation. I've never, ever seen this part of her behavior before. So I'm asking that.
Okay, see, this is what I didn't want to happen. Don't say anything, okay? You don't have a lawyer right now. You're representing yourself. Don't say anything about the facts of your case. Anything else?
Yes, I'd like to add the note about the peaceful engagement.
Okay, you said you didn't want to talk about that.
Well, I said there were other points I wanted to make, is what I said.
Okay, well, as far as the no contact, I'm ordering the no contact today.
Ma'am, the holidays are coming up, and I think it's very important that, given that this is the first event, the holidays are coming up. Our plan was to spend Thursday, the Thanksgiving, with her
Can I
family
finish
and her
what I was
brothers and
gonna say?
sisters, and
Because
on
it
Friday,
will take 3 seconds.
and my children on Friday. So I'd ask the
All right.
court to please allow her to have that
Thank you.
peaceful
Thank you,
engagement.
sir.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, Ms. Byfield, I'm going to set your bond at $100. We'll see you back to court on December 11th at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Mr. Lehman. I was going to give him advice on how to get that no contact lifted, but he was not willing to hear what I had to say today, so that will stay in place. I need to hold you until 4
Your Honor, I
o'clock
wasn't
today.
willing to listen
We'll
to
see you
that.
back on December
You didn't
11th.
offer it, Your Honor, so I didn't know that was an
Thank you, Your
opportunity.
Honor.
Clarence Lett. Can I have your date of birth, sir?
8/22/1977.
Okay, you are here today for driving while your license is suspended or revoked. Your bond amount is $5,000 currently. That's not probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State have his driving record. Is there anything else?
All of his criminal history, Your Honor, consists of driving charges. The only thing is a worthless check. Actually, no, Your Honor, there's only driving license suspended charges in his history.
Okay. All right, I have an address here on Aviation Loop Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
That's where I work.
Okay, that's the only address they have for you. Do you live somewhere else?
Yeah, I have 9243 Dan Lynn Street in Brooksville, Florida.
Okay, what was the name of the street?
Dan Lynn Street.
All right, how long have you lived there?
About 3 years.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a mixer at Premium Foods.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lett, you have an atrocious driving record, which you
Yes.
already know that.
Yes.
And you're still under habitual suspension, a couple of them. You got some 5-year suspensions that you could very easily throw out. You have just chosen not to. So that is why they're looking to charge you with a felony in this case, just so you know. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500, and we're going to see you back to court on December 11th. I would suggest you to reach out to your lawyer at the public defender's office as soon as you can and see if there's any way you can clear this up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Mark Dowdy. Can I have your date of birth?
Mark County 3/10/1980.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's like a misdemeanor violation probation on a petty theft. Probation is recommending 59 days in order to clear up this case today. Is that something you'd like to take care of today?
59 days?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir. That's what they have.
No.
Okay. Are you gonna? Would you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office. There's no bond on that violation of probation. We'll see you back December 11th at 9 a.m. Okay?
Okay.
Juan Carlos Brachi Mercado.
Yeah.
Okay, can you have him verify his date of birth, please?
Verifíqueme su fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
06/17/1986.
6/17/1986.
Okay, Let him know he's here today for a reckless driving and a driving while his license is suspended or revoked.
Usted está acá por una acusación de manejo temerario y manejar con la licencia suspendida o revocada.
Sí.
Yes.
There's probable cause for his arrest.
Hay motivo fundado por su detención.
And ask him if he would like a public defender to represent him.
¿Quisiera usted un defensor público para que lo represente?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender.
Designó la defensoría pública
And there's no Florida driving records, the state showing anything else.
y no hay historial de manejo en la Florida. La fiscalía muestra algo más.
Ok, yo tengo una pregunta.
Okay,
I have a
look,
question.
wait one second.
Permítame,
Don't
señor.
ask your question
Permítame.
yet.
No lo pregunte todavía.
Your Honor, I'm not showing any Florida history. I am showing, it looks to be Arkansas, a 2009, and it says conjugal abuse with no disposition, and a driving under the influence reference as well with no disposition in 2013. And it looks to be Montana, or it's a driving under the influence and domestic assault with no disposition in 2013, and an adjudication in 2016 for it looks to be a DUI in 2016 out of that same state, a 2017 adjudication for a DWI alcohol, stealing adjudication in 2019, and a driving while revoked or driving while license suspended adjudication in 2019.
You get all that?
The very last part I missed.
A driving suspended in 2019.
Thank you. Sí, muestro manejar bajo los efectos del 2013 en Arkansas, en Montana, manejar bajo los efectos sin disposición en el 2013, asienta de condena en el 2016 por manejar bajo los efectos, en el 2017 violencia doméstica, en el 13, en el 17 manejar con la licencia suspendida y asienta de condena y robo en el mismo 17.
Sí.
Yes.
How long have you been in Hernando County?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva usted en el condado de Hernando?
Yo llevo 3 semanas aquí, yo vengo con una compañía que nos trae por travel, para trabajar.
I've been here for 3 weeks. Permítame, señor. I've been here for 3 weeks. I'm here with a company that brings us out to work for labor here.
Okay. All right. The bond amounts are $1,000 each. I'm going to keep them the same.
Se le fija la fianza en $1,000 cada uno. Los voy a dejar tal como están.
And you need to come back to court on December 11th at 9 a.m.
Necesita volver al tribunal diciembre 11 a las 9 de la mañana.
And you need to make sure to speak to your attorney before then.
Asegúrese que hable con su abogado antes de eso.
Una pregunta, ¿mis casos son misdemeanor o son felonía?
I have a question. Is my case a misdemeanor or a felony?
Your misdemeanor.
Son delitos menores.
Ok, si yo me hago culpable de ellos ahorita, ¿me darán ticket para yo salir de eso? Porque yo tengo mi trabajo, tengo mi familia y si estoy a punto de perder mi trabajo porque yo llevo...
Permítame,
Ya mi
señor.
familia está en Missouri.
Permítame.
Yo tengo
Permítame, señor. If I go ahead and pay now and say I'm guilty, could I pay so that I could go ahead and resolve that and get out of it because I'm at the point of losing my job and all of my family's in Missouri?
Okay. State, what do you, I don't know if it's something that you guys have to look into or...
Fiscalía, ¿qué dice?
Based on the multiple DUIs, I would only feel comfortable with offering at least 60 days Hernando County Jail.
Basado en los las acusaciones de manejar bajo los efectos múltiples, lo único que me sentiría cómodo es 60 días en la cárcel de condado de Hernando.
Do you want to clear it up today for the 60 days in jail?
¿Quisiera usted resolver el problema el día de hoy con 60 días de cárcel?
Lo voy a ver con un abogado.
No, I'll speak to a lawyer.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Muy bien, gracias.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael, come. Can I have your date of birth? Thank you. You're here today for a burglary and a grand theft. Total bonds are $30,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
White public defender's office. State.
The defendant was RCO'd yesterday on his 2 open misdemeanor cases for Michael
Okay.
Cups.
Yeah. So this-
And then his criminal history. Adjudication in 2019 for pretrial release condition for domestic violence, and a battery adjudication in 2019, and no other criminal history, Your Honor.
All right. We'll keep the bond the same. See you back on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay. Demetrius Harris. Can I have your date of birth?
September 1st, 1998.
You are here today for theft of services. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll place the public defender's office. State.
No criminal history, Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address here in Crystal Brook Circle in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I just been down for a week from Missouri.
Okay. Are you planning on staying here?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You're going to be staying in Hernando County, Brooksville?
Hernando. Brooksville, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a job down here?
I was doing temp service work.
Okay.
Labor.
All right. I'll set your bond at $100. We'll see you back to court on December 11th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Demetrius Harris.
Antonio Molina? Can I have your date of birth?
9/25/82.
You're here today for a failure to appear out of Polk County, They want you held, it's 2 of them. They want you held no bond until you get to Polk County. So we're going to get you over there. They'll probably come pick you up in the next 5 days. If for some reason they don't, the folks at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. Jeffrey Robinson. Can I have your date of birth?
4/8/99, Your Honor.
Okay, you were here today for 2 counts of uttering forged bills. Your total bond amount is $4,000. It's actually an active warrant, out of Hillsborough County. They want that bond to remain the same until you get to Hillsborough County. So that's what we're going to do, okay? If you get down to Hillsborough County, you can ask them to reduce the bond, ask for a lawyer, and ask for a court date, okay? They'll probably come get you in the next 5 days.
Your Honor, if I'm able to bond out by today, is that possible?
If you're able to bond out what? By 2?
If my mother's able to, while I'm in here, if she's able to pay the bond, would I be able to get released?
I believe so. I don't know what 2 o'clock has to do with it, but are they coming to get you at 2 o'clock? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, before they come get me, if it was able to, my peoples to pay my bond.
Yeah, I think you can take care of that at the jail, but that's up to them there. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Brian Vermillion? Can I have your date of birth?
4/19/83.
Alright, you are here today for a couple violations of probation out of Pasco County. They want you held no bond until they get you over there. So we're going to do that. They'll get you over there within the next 5 days. If for some reason they don't, the folks at the jail will bring you back in front of me. We'll figure out what the holdup is. When you get to Pasco County, you can ask for a lawyer, ask for a court date, and ask to reduce the bond.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anthony Soto Morales? Can I have your date of birth?
8/2/98.
You were here today for a burglary or dwelling. I found probable cause for your arrest. It actually looks like a burg bat, but it wasn't. The warrant does not.
Can I just point out that the burglary that they
No. Stop. You're going to get a lawyer who's going to point out anything that any judge needs to know. You should not be speaking on your own behalf because these are very serious charges that can involve you going to prison for a very long time. And anything you can say can get you in more trouble. And I don't want you to get in any more trouble, okay? So don't say anything. Don't point out anything. I have an address for you on Sylvia Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
About 6 months now.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm just a cook at Steak and Shake.
Okay. Date?
Just a PTI, possession of marijuana in 2017.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with Alyssa Weinman, however you say that. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No text messaging, social media contact with her whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. We'll see you back to court December 20th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Alexander Lascaris. Can I have your date of birth?
June 25th, 1991.
You were here today for a retail theft and possession of paraphernalia. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office and state entire.
Yes, Your Honor. Dealing in stolen property, adjudication of guilt in 2017, multiple counts of that, as well as a false info on pawnbroker, adjudication in 2016, and grand theft third, adjudication withheld in 2014, a grand theft third, adjudication withheld in 2014, and petty theft adjudication withheld in 2014. And no other convictions, Your Honor.
Okay. Alexander, I have an address for you on Spring Hill Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 3 months.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
3 months.
Okay. Where'd you come from?
Panama City.
Okay. This address on Spring Hill Drive, what is that? Is that a friend's house or?
It's a house that I'm in the process of buying, my cousin's house.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I rent out the extra rooms in the house. That's what I do for income right now.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep your bonds the same, okay? And we're going to see you back to court on December 13th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thanks. Herbert Goodman? Mr. Bauer, did you put him on the docket today?
Yes, I'm sorry, Judge. Judge, he recently resolved his felony case and was placed on 24 months of probation. He has 41 days time served. We'd ask the court to consider a time served disposition, and I would note that the discovery indicated that the uncle, I believe it was uncle, the person that he was violating the no contact order didn't have any issue with that.
Okay.
However, it was a judge's order. He's got 41 days. We'd ask that he be sentenced to time served.
Okay. Is that?
Yes, that's fine, Your
All
Honor.
right, very good. Mr. Goodman, do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up the right to go to trial?
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that.
If you want to take care of this case today, that means you're not going to trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
It means that you're giving up the right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up all of those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to this violation of pretrial release conditions in 2019 MM 3306, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest, find is freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 41 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 41 days that you have in. You will have the fines and court costs and the cost of incarceration. Well, not because he did that in felony court, right?
I don't know if they assessed it in felony.
Oh, because he just got probation?
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be the cost of incarceration and the public defender fee and your fines and court costs assessed against you, sir. Thank you.
And we'd ask to strike his court date later this week.
Okay. Do you know what day it was on?
21st.
Okay, we'll strike it from the 21st. Travis Gunter?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
I have your date of birth?
5/20/1982.
You are here today for a written bodily attachment out of Hillsborough County indicating that you are in arrears in your child support. The cash purge on that is $1,000. Are you working these days?
I am, but I just recently started and I have no money right now at all. I'm just trying to get back on top. I just,
Okay.
I'm originally from here, but I'm just starting new here. I just came back here to this town.
Okay. All right. Well, they're going to take you back to Hillsborough to resolve it.
I know.
They're going to take you there. You're going to figure out what you can do about that $1,000 and how much money they're looking for from you. They'll probably come get you in the next couple days. If for some reason they don't, the folks at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is. Okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Thanks. Jeffrey D. Who is it, Your Honor? Jeffrey Deese, D-E-E-S-E. Your Honor, can you skip him? Okay, that's the last one I have on here for first. Is there anyone else that I left behind?
Yes, we have two more. Yeah. Jonathan Flores, number 8. And Ernest Watson as well.
All right. All right, hold on one second.
Alpha 807. Alpha 807.
Okay, if you can give me a second, I just ran driving records on these guys and they're in my office. All right, we have Mr. Watson, Ernest Watson.
Present.
Come on up.
Alpha 807.
All right, Mr. Watson, you're here for a failure to appear. I think it was Judge Hitzman's courtroom you failed to appear in last week. Is that right?
Yes, I had just got out of surgery. I had pain and the door, I was in bedrest.
Yeah.
And by the time I got up the stairs, the doors were locked.
Okay, but that's not the first time you failed to appear, right?
Now, it's my first time failing to appear. I've been in court going for almost a year for this charge. I never failed to appear.
The others were here. She's getting this.
All right.
She should.
All right, Mr. Flores, I have your driving record here. It doesn't look like you've done anything to clear up anything on your driving record.
The others were on this list.
All right, if you want to take care of this case today, do you have an offer? Do you know the offer? Or is that open plea?
The offer that I have here is 10 days jail or an adjudication of guilt, 6 months probation with early termination, to do 30 hours community service or obtain a valid driver's license, fines and court costs, cost of prosecution.
Okay. All right. So you have two options today. Or you have three options. We can set it for trial as one option. But one option is that you can take a plea for 10 days in the Hernando County Jail. We'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. I show that this is a PD case, too. Is that right, Mr. Bauer? He's been previously appointed the public defender.
Is this Mr. Flores?
No, this is John.
Mr. Watson?
This is Mr. Watson, yeah. Sorry. So you can take 10 days in the Hernando County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you have in, or you can take probation. As a condition of probation, you can pay your fines and court costs and do 30 hours of community service or get a valid driver's license. Which one of those would you like to do to clear up the case?
I got to take probation because I got therapy and I got rods and screws in my legs, so I can't do 10 days. I'd rather take probation and just pay my court costs or whatever like that.
And that was an adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And it was 12 months probation, 30 hours?
I think it's a no valid.
Oh, it's a no valid, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So
An
6
info
months?
was filed for it.
And it's just fines and court costs and 30 hours of community service?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, very good. Do you understand that by taking this plea today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay. With regard to this no valid DL in 2019 CT 294, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest, find is freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, place you on 6 months probation. As a condition of probation, you need to pay your fines and court costs, which are $450, and you have 30 hours of community service that you need to do, or you can get a valid driver's license. If you do all of those conditions early, then you can automatically early terminate from probation.
All right.
All right, thank you. No, since he wasn't given any credit for time served. And then we have Jonathan Flores. All right, can I have your date of birth?
10/20/82.
All right, you're also here for a failure to appear on attachment tag not signed and driving while your license is suspended or revoked in front of Judge Hitzman. You're supposed to be in court on November 12th. If he wants to clear this up today, I have his driving record if you need it.
Your Honor, based on his history, I would offer time served.
Okay. If you want to clear it up today, they'll give you time served in the Hernando County Jail for the 2 days that you have in. Would you like to clear it up today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regard to this attachment tag not assigned and driving while your license is suspended or revoked, how do you plead to each of those? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, sent you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs of $450 assessed against you, as well as the cost of incarceration for those 2 days. And that should do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
He is on his way. We apologize.
Okay, that's okay. Oh, report by what, tomorrow at 3?
3 p.m. tomorrow.
By 3 p.m. tomorrow. All right. Mr. Watson, you need to report to probation by 3 p.m. tomorrow.
3 p.m. tomorrow. Probation. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Mr. Dees, you are here today because you have a writ of bodily attachment indicating that you're in arrears on your child support. Can you confirm your date of birth for me?
12/10/76.
Very good. The purge amount on that is $6,107.15.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. This is based on an order signed by Judge Heinemann on September 25th of 2019, just a couple months ago, indicating that that you have the ability to pay. So what's going on with you?
I did not have the ability to pay. I've been laid off since May of this year, and I've been able to find odd jobs and just minuscule pay, and not been able to keep up with it until I got back to work with the union.
According to Judge Heinemann, the respondent has the ability to pay the purge based on the respondent's verified income on the first quarter of 2019 of $26,541 and the second quarter of $10,152.52. And despite making over $36,000 in the first half of September of 2019, you have failed to pay anything that you were ordered to have paid.
When I was making, when I made that money, I was paying my weekly amount plus a negotiated rate with the Department of Revenue above and beyond what my normal child support was. Only up until the point that I get laid off that I was not able to pay, and it wasn't coming out of my paycheck any longer in May, roughly May, I believe, of 19. We're in the fourth quarter now. I haven't had a job since May or June of 19. A legitimate weekly job that was a set job where it would come out of my paycheck. I don't want to be able to pay it. I'm laid off.
Okay, you need to step back from the microphone because I can't understand anything that you're saying. Do you live on Centralia?
Yes, Your Honor.
One 5298.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, who do you live there with?
My parents. And my children. I have 50-50 custody of my children. So on my 7 days, my children, myself, and my parents live at 15298 Centralia Road.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to reduce your purge amount in half to $3,000, or you're going to do 30 days in jail.
No, I can do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.